me a few questions or lead a Q&A, so come on up.
Okay. I don't have my PowerPoint.
Thank you.
I wonder, Doug, how much of this fictional story came from your experience with a top 5 corporate consulting firm, management firm?
Let's put it this way. When I started temping there, I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing. They didn't even give me an orientation. I just sat there. I didn't know how to pronounce names or anything, but somehow I convinced them I was smart enough. And they kept on bumping me up until I was production manager. How much of it? Well, of course, the company that I worked for, McKinsey, but I can't really say that out loud, is a tremendous place. It is really tremendous with very bright people, but it did get me thinking. And I was commuting. Remember the 70s and those trains? Does everybody remember how awful they were? I had a long-distance relationship going with a certain somebody while I was living in New York, and I was on that train a lot, lots of hours. And you see lots of apparitions, and you have horrible doses. So it comes from the experience of it and the grind. But I will say, for those who have read it, you'll understand the final chapters take me the closest to everything.
Yes.
And when I was production managing conferences, which was something unto itself.
But then, when you were in first, probably a cubicle, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I moved. I was a floater. They just put me anywhere.
Did you actually take notes?
I didn't need to, but I will tell you, this started actually as a weird dream. I was flying to Rome on the overnight. I had a big job. We were at a big conference I was producing, and it was the secret. You always travel with Ambien, because you had to take the overnight plane, and you better sleep, because you would enter and you would be in meetings for starting at 8 o'clock until 8 at night. You would be, and so you take your Ambien. So my friend Nicole, who's not here, my friend Nicole took, I gave her one, and she said, and we were in first class, so it's nice. So I took the Ambien, but you never take it before you lift off, because in case something happens, right? Well, the plane lifted off, so you pop your Ambien, and then suddenly the pain goes down. And they say, please stay awake, we might be changing planes. Nicole comes back and says, did you take yours? And staying awake on Ambien is a weird thing. It's like your head is working, but it's not working right. And I wrote the first chapter of this book while on that course. It actually was, now it became the first 4 chapters, but it was like it was just this stream of thing, and this character, James Morrison, appeared. So it's based on that.
So over that much time, what kept you, and you write all different kinds of things, as we've spoken about, what kept you motivated to keep with this for so many years?
Well, most people know me as a theater director, and it's what I was, but of course, I wasn't doing a Broadway show, and the off-Broadway ones were definitely not going, and when I had a show going to Broadway, I was the first person replaced. Nice. And so I wanted to create something that existed. And so I convinced them that I could work 50 hours in 4 days, so every Friday I would write. And I just started writing, and I just said, I'm going to write a book. Because I wanted it to exist, whether there was a production or a film company or a theater or anywhere. I wanted the book to exist, so it did.
It's really inspirational for all of us, writers or not, right? I guess I'm going to open this up to the audience, to the friends here, but I have to ask Doug, who would play when this is over? Who would play James Morrison?
Okay, now, if you want let's go for the really big blockbuster.
Yes.
It would be, this other character, Jim, Malcolm, would be Henry Cavill, and James would be the new Superman, David Corenswet.
Oh yeah.
I do the 2 Supermans right in there, and it's like perfect, because who else looks like gods?
But what about Sharon Perkins then?
Oh, do you know, when I started writing it, my inspiration was Emily Blunt, because I just thought she was such a physical, funny comedian. So yeah, but
That's great.
she's too old now.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was Kevin Bacon originally too.
Okay, well, I'm going to open it up to any questions you might have.
How far back was this?
This, I actually started this in 2000, it's set in 2007, and that's when I started it. But I wrote it over so many years and so many
In your head?
iterations. I do write in my head. I don't outline. I outline after I've written it, then I outline. But I have to let it, because like Sherry would have never been the character, and I'm not going to say anything, but she would have never been the character had I outlined it. I knew where she was going, but she talked to me. The more she talked, the bigger she got. So,
What inspired the train experience?
riding on that train every weekend over. Oh, also I was sometimes directing shows in Fairfield or Stamford at weird hours, so I was always on the train. It's just, and you look and you hallucinate and you see. It was like I always look at the world and think everybody at that window has a life. There's lives in all of those windows and all of those buildings and all of those trains.
And how did you feel when you saw the film? I'm sure you did. There's I forgot the name of it,
I
but
think it's
woman.
sideways.
What?
I think it's sideways.
Yeah, when she looks out the window of the train. Did you see that? How did you feel about it?
It's even mentioned in the book. There's an Agatha Christie that has a similar moment. It's a reference. It's not. This is a different story. There's no comparison. Yeah.
I noticed that there's a blurb on your jacket that says, "Who would you kill?" I'm just wondering if you had someone specific.
I'm not going to say anything. It's a question to you. That's actually some of the dialogue from the 5th chapter. I was going to read that chapter, but there were too many voices to do it. So, yes.
Over the span of time, how much did the story change?
I think I cut 4 characters, added 1 character who was very important, and it's thanks to Marcel that she really taught me, really, I have to tell you, to have an editor, along with Andy's eyes, to have an editor who says, look at every prepositional phrase you write. You don't have to say you put the pen on the table. We know you're putting the pen down. You don't need lots of the and it's like how funny the words fall away when you just tighten. So she was an expert at that. But she also really helped me home, and she believed in the characters. So.